With more people starting the ketogenic diet, you need to know about possible side effects so that it does not scare you off. Like anything new, there is always a period of adjustment. You will see that most of the complaints can be traced back to a flawed approach. Perhaps you're somebody that has had many years of using high carbohydrate approach, and perhaps you have not made healthy food choices. There will certainly be an adaptation period for your body to become ketogenic. We will discuss several strategies on how you can avoid or even minimize these side effects by discussing why you are getting them in the first place. The first one is keto flu. This is the most common one of them all and is described as a feeling lethargic later on in the day, muscle and joint aches, feeling hot and generally not feeling nice. Here are some tips to help you avoid getting the keto flu. Consume more water. A good guide would to have between 2 to 3 liters per day depending on your activity levels. Add a teaspoon of sea salt to your daily food or water intake. Consume more healthy fats like coconut oil, olive oil, cold water fish, and fish oil supplementation. Add foods that are rich in potassium, magnesium, like avocado. Instead of an abrupt reduction in carbohydrates, look at gradually reducing over a period of a week or two. Your exercise should involve moving more frequently, and cardio sessions can be less intense when starting keto. Even applying all of the above tips cannot guarantee you won't experience a few symptoms of the keto flu, but you can also just push through this phase. It can take between 4 days to 3 weeks to enter a state of ketosis. Secondly, bowel movements. Changes in eating patterns often affect bowel movements. Your body does need a period of time to adjust to the new types of food you may be eating. As above, there are a number of things you can do about this. Some people have the notion that keto means eat less vegetables, especially the green ones. This is incorrect because we are focusing on reducing carbohydrates, grains, with this diet and replacing it with vegetables and salads as the new carbohydrate source, especially green vegetables like broccoli. This is where a lot of your fiber is going to come from, which is essential for regulating your bowel movements. Water is equally important, especially when you increase fiber. You do not want to be in a position where you become constipated. Water not only helps keep fecal matter soft and moist, but also helps with other detoxification processes too. Take magnesium. Due to the fact that your body is adapting to a new way of eating, you may need to supplement with magnesium until your bowel movements become regular again. Some experts recommend taking 400 micrograms of supplemental magnesium per day when going keto. Third, low energy. This issue is rare. Some people will struggle in the beginning compared to others on a ketogenic diet. Athletes in particular consume high levels of carbohydrates, especially the endurance athletes, which have been taught to carbo load before a marathon. This involved eating large quantities of pasta or rice the night before the marathon. The body needs time to adapt to using a different energy source. This adaptation does not happen overnight. Your body does need some time to complete this transformation. If you are suffering from low energy, then watch out for these two things. A. Chronic exercise patterns. Heavy CrossFit training or similar types of training do require a lot of energy to complete the workouts. You may need to look at scaling back the training in the beginning or eat some carbs before or after your workouts. B. Not enough calories. Keto's satiating qualities can be a double-edged sword. It can also cause us to eat too little for our energy needs. You will have to experiment with the macronutrient profile by increasing your good quality carbohydrate percentage until you find that zone that satisfies your energy needs. Number 4, hair loss. You are losing weight, and this is one of the most common causes of unexplained hair loss due to a rapid weight loss or a big dietary change. So if you do see some extra hair on your brush or in the shower, do not panic. You can also check your thyroid. Certain variations of keto can focus on foods that are low in nutrients like selenium and iodine, which can lower T3 levels, and this can cause premature hair loss. Number 5. High cholesterol. Apparently, 25% of physicians still equate consuming dietary cholesterol with increased blood cholesterol. A connection has been refuted by recent studies. Did you know that cholesterol in your body comes from two main sources, your liver and your diet? Your liver, other organs, produce about 75% of the cholesterol in your blood. The other 25% of cholesterol in your body is affected by the foods you eat. Check your ratios. There are two ratios that are important. The first is total cholesterol over HDL ratio, and the second one is triglyceride over HDL ratio. In both cases, lower is better. Most healthcare providers want the ratio to be below 5:1 for cholesterol to HDL ratio. And for the triglyceride HDL ratio, as long as the triglyceride is not below 40, your ratio can be below 1:1, as it is in many well-trained and properly nourished athletes. Stop snacking. Eat your 2 or 3 meals a day, but don't snack in between. Don't gorge on fat. Stick to the ratios for keto. Remember, more of a certain thing isn't always good. If you follow the keto recipes, you will get the optimum amount of fat. You do not need to have a whole plate of bacon to make the keto diet better. It is about balance. Fat variety. Mix things up a little. Don't just stick to one type of fat. You have butter, cream, as well as your olive oil, avocado oil, including the fat choices that you get with your types of meat you eat. Be patient. Your body needs to adapt to the new way it converts energy. So depending on how you were eating before might make it easy or maybe a little more difficult. But give it a few weeks for your body to settle in before you start to worry. Conclusion. There are some things that you can make adjustments to, while the others just need a little time. Have fun with it. Click on the link below to get started today.